One of the largest and most promising NFT projects out there, the Sandbox metaverse, is continuing to make headlines by racking up even more partnerships, such as with Japan's Shibuya 109 brand and even with Square Enix, which is a game publisher of renowned games like Final Fantasy, to help the Sandbox develop games within their own platform. And I'm actually making this video because right now, as we speak, we actually have a unique time-sensitive opportunity to earn a piece of the Sandbox for free just by playing the game. And since I have already made significant progress towards these rewards by playing through what's available in the game, and I've also looked through the details of this Season 2 alpha of the Sandbox quite thoroughly, in this video I'll show you exactly not only how you can get started, but also how you can maximize your rewards and your chances for additional freebies like NFTs. Alright, so the special time-sensitive event in question, in case you don't know already, is the Alpha Season 2 of the Sandbox Metaverse NFT game. And now there was obviously a Season 1, and I did play through it. However, the major difference between Season 2 and Season 1 is arguably the accessibility, not only in terms of the amount of content that free players can play, so without having to own land within the metaverse or buy an alpha ticket, you can actually access every single event that comes out during the alpha. And this is much unlike Season 1, where many of the events were actually reserved for so-called Season Pass owners. And real quick, while having the Season Pass is definitely not required to play Season 2, in fact, all the events of Season 2 and access all these zones that Season Pass owners also have access to, having the Season Pass, which by the way is also an NFT, which you can then buy on say OpenSea, does give you some extra perks like the 1,000 sand tokens that you can use for staking, or if you want to cash it out or whatever it is, right? But this is more for people who are super bullish on the Sandbox project. For example, if they think sand token, their cryptocurrency, will increase in value in the future, right? And there could be additional future perks for Season 2 pass owners as well. But in this video, we're going to be focusing on free gameplay, which means you can actually earn rewards without having to have the Season Pass, right? In addition to being able to play every event that has that's coming out in this season. So as you can see here, this is the rewards page. This is my personal rewards page. And by the way, in order to sign up for Sandbox, if you haven't done so already, you just have to set up a MetaMask wallet. You can just download that Chrome extension or whatever browser, or if it's on your phone, it's an app. Sign up for an account on MetaMask and you can just log in using that. So that's that. And as you can see here, I'm currently at I just passed level 1, so I'm at level 2, working on level 2 right now. And as you can see here, I have 7 out of 20 quests done in level 2. And once I complete level 2, so this is my character level or my account level, once I complete level 2, I'll get additional 50 raffle tickets to enter into the drawing for an Alpha 2 Season Pass, right? Which, as I just explained, rewards 1,000 sand tickets, or tokens rather, right? Which is actually a significant sum in addition to some other potential perks in the future. But again, just by also playing through all the levels, so by completing all the available quests, maybe not all the quests, but a significant number of quests, you can actually earn, as you can see here, at level 5, if you complete level 5, not only will you get 220 raffle tickets, but you also get a Season 2 memorabilia, which is going to be a NFT, right? So there is that guaranteed reward by completing all 5 levels, which again, you can just play completely for free, right? And by the way, not everything is unlocked yet, right? As the season rolls on, more content will be unlocked throughout the season, and I'll show you exactly what I mean once we get into some of the zones later on. And in addition to the guaranteed NFT reward, the number of raffle tickets is actually comparable even from a free user or free player of the game without owning any land and so on and so forth, right? Or any sand token for that matter, or obviously without owning the alpha pass. The number of raffle tickets one can earn is proportionally still comparable to any land owner and sand token owner out there, right? Which is a huge difference when we compare this to Season 1, because in Season 1 there were the chances for landowners were a lot better to get the Season 1 alpha pass compared to free players. In Season 1, the free players could pretty much just experience part of the game without really being able to earn any of the rewards. But in Season 2, they really changed things up. And so what I mean is the number of tickets that you can earn with Season 2, if we look at the proportion of it, just by doing the quests, as you can see here, you can earn up to 500 tickets. I have 30 so far because I just finished level 1 and that gives 30. So 500 tickets, if you keep that number in mind and compare that to the rest of the number of tickets that you can get, the total number of tickets maximum per person that they can earn is 1,100, as you can see here. For a free player, completely free player, without owning any of their special NFTs, land or staking any sand tokens on their platform, which I'll get into in just a bit, without doing any of that, just playing the game completely for free, right? You can actually earn the 500, at least the 500 out of the 1,010 tickets, which is almost half, which is still a very significant amount, right? Which means your odds of winning the season pass with just by playing for free, right, and getting raffle tickets, the number of raffle tickets you get still gives you decent odds even against people who are paying users. And before we dive into actual gameplay and some of the quests that you can do efficiently and that you can prioritize to level up and earn tickets, let's go through quickly some of the other ways that you can earn additional raffle tickets. So again, as I mentioned, you can also stake sand token, and in this case it's a special type of sand token called M-Sand, which is basically just putting the sand token on the Polygon network instead of the Ethereum network, and you can easily convert that. So if you buy many cryptocurrency exchanges, for example, offer sand token, and you can, I believe, buy it on perhaps the Sandbox website as well. I'm not exactly sure about that, but you can pretty easily buy it on exchanges, right? And once you own sand token, you can then, if you look at the bottom right corner here of the page, it says bridge sand. So you basically just bridge your Ethereum based sand token onto the Polygon mainnet instead. And you can easily do that by clicking on this. And I think you might have to own, in addition to MetaMask, you also have to have another, like say Chrome extension or app, which is Polygon supported, right? And that can be easily Googled and whatnot. And once you bridge your sand token that you bought from whatever exchange into M-Sand, then you can start staking it on the website. And this actually gives you two types of rewards. The first one is you get an annual interest rate, or they pay it out weekly, right? Which is actually quite frequent for staking. They pay you a weekly interest on your staked M-Sand, and you can also stake the normal sand token, as you can see here, but the interest rate's a bit lower at 31%. If you stake M-Sand, the interest rate is 49.18, so you actually get almost 1.5 the amount of sand token after a year on average, if you stake that amount for a year. So that's the first thing that you get. You get additional sand tokens into your wallet. You get to collect them, and then later on you can even just exchange your sand tokens for other cryptocurrency if you want. You can use it on the Sandbox marketplace to buy NFTs, which are, by the way, usable within the game, right? Like their gear, equipment, right, for characters, creatures in the game, different architecture in the game, and so on and so forth that you can put on land. And there's a lot of possibilities for NFTs with the Sandbox, actually, right? Really cool. And besides that, the second reward is that if you stake M-Sand specifically, you get additional raffle tickets, right, as you can see here. And the number that you get is for every 2 M-Sand that you stake during season 2, you get 1 raffle ticket. All right, so if you stake 10 M-Sand, you get 5 extra raffle tickets, for example, right? And I believe 1 sand token is about, if I'm not mistaken, $3 per sand token. I might be a bit wrong on that, but if you want, you could potentially invest a little bit of your money, extra money. Don't invest too. I wouldn't suggest, this is not financial advice either, I wouldn't necessarily suggest investing too much into this because it's still pretty speculative if you even can consider this an investment. But if you do have a bit of spare change, or if you use something like Coinbase, which has like Coinbase actually has this thing called Coinbase Earn, and you can actually take these quizzes on Coinbase, and you can earn some free cryptocurrency here and there on Coinbase, right? And then those are easily sellable, and you can exchange that for, there'll be altcoins which you can earn for free, like let's say $3 to $5 of that specific altcoin. But on Coinbase, you can also exchange that for like Bitcoin, right? And then you can use that Bitcoin, let's say you transfer it to another cryptocurrency exchange that is supporting sand token, then you can exchange that Bitcoin into sand token and then use that to stake here, right? It sounds like a long-ish process, but it's really not that hard. Let me know if you have questions on that. But anyhow, some other ways that you can get additional tickets include having the Snoop Dogg Private Party Pass NFT, which is just another 30 tickets. And I don't think these are available on the website anymore, so you have to get it on like OpenSea, which, you know, as you can see here, yeah, it says not available for sale on the moment, at the moment rather, on the Sandbox website. So you have to get it on the secondary marketplace. But it's only 30 tickets anyway, right? And there's another one, another Snoop Dogg NFT. And by the way, Snoop Dogg has its own plots of land within the Sandbox metaverse, so that's a cool thing. And there is a Snoop Dogg related event, and you know, obviously landmass that'll open up in just a few days as well, and I'll definitely check that out. So these are some other ways you can earn, you know, a meager number of tickets, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. And then you also can earn 130 additional tickets, which is fairly significant for having the season 1 alpha pass, right? Again, this is an NFT, which means it can be bought on OpenSea, but I don't think it's worth it at all to just have this NFT just to get the 130 tickets, right? It's definitely not worth it. This is for people who happen to have had a season 1 alpha pass, which again, to this point, that also means that having a season 2 alpha pass could have additional perks in the future, such as how the season 1 alpha pass is paying dividends, so to speak, in season 2 as well, right? By granting people additional raffle tickets. Next, you can also own land, right? At 5 pieces of land, you can actually get, so per piece of land, let me move myself again, you can get 40 additional raffle tickets per piece of Sandbox land. But the thing about land in the Sandbox is that each piece is very relatively expensive, so this is not something that I would recommend doing unless you happen to own it or would actually, you know, want to invest in a piece of land in the Sandbox, right? To each their own. And lastly, we have the season 1 feedback form. If you didn't play season 1, you wouldn't have been able to do this, but I played season 1. I filled out the quick survey and I got an additional 10 tickets. Not a big deal, but it's better than nothing. So getting into the game itself, you can actually just click on play, the play tab, and then you can customize your avatar or character as well. And as you can see here on the map, there will be multiple zones that you can play in the alpha, with some of them not having been unlocked yet as of the recording of this video. But as you can see, I have 4 check marks out of 5, which means I've completed all the quests in each of these 4 zones, right? With some of them only having 2 quests. So just for a quick overview, for the ones that have 2 quests, those are generally extremely easy to do. And what they involve, let me move my screen real quick. So what they involve is typically 2 things. One, you have to run around the zone. So 1 quest out of the 2 would involve you running around a zone and just collecting these blue diamonds. And all you have to do with that is just to go basically traverse the entire zone. You might have to jump up and down different places, but you collect most of the crystals and you'll be able to complete the quest, right? Those can usually be done pretty quickly depending on the size of the zone. And the second quest can be done simultaneously. So what you want to do is to make sure to pick up the exclamation mark. So in each zone, you'll look for these quest givers. The gem collection quests will just show up automatically, but to get the additional quests, you want to talk to these NPCs or these non-player characters, right? Marked with yellow, exclamation marks. And once you find, you'll actually see the exclamation mark even if the character is not in front of you, so you'll see it farther in the distance, and you can just walk towards that, you know, and until you eventually see the character, right? That's all you have to do. And once you accept the quest, usually, again, in the zones that have just the 2 quests, again, you have the 1 collection quest, and then the second quest that you get from this old man here will be to basically explore different areas of that zone. So in order to do these quests more efficiently, you'd obviously want to do the collecting, because you have to move around the entire map to collect the gems anyway, and then you want to do the exploration quests at the same time, right? Because you'll be moving around. So the exploration quests basically just have you going to different areas of the zone and just talking to different like landmarks, and you'll be able to complete the quests that way. In addition to these types of zones with just the 2 quests, we have more adventure-oriented zones that will have multiple quests. And currently, again, as of the recording of this video, with others unlocking soon. So if I just click on some of the there's actually a timeline, so I can actually close this out. And as you can see on the top right here, there's like a reveal schedule. Let me move myself a little bit. And today is Sunday, March 4th, as of recording this. Nothing's unlocking today, but if I click on March 5th, there'll be like a Hong Kong Star Ferry Pier and then NFT Institute, 2 different zones that are unlocking, definitely with their own respective quests as well. And then on March 6th, there will be other stuff that'll unlock. March 7th as well as March 8th. I'm looking forward to March 8th because Dracula's castle will be live. That should be fun. And then March 9th will be Snoop Dogg's Foreplay. That should be an interesting one. And then Edge of the Abyss, and so on and so forth. So definitely pay attention if you're going to be playing. You have the entire month basically to get through some of these quests. But right now I would definitely start by, doing the ones that are available, and then as the new ones unlock, you can just do them as they come out, right? Sort of spacing out your progress throughout the month and not be overwhelmed, within a couple of days, trying to frantically scramble and get them all, in the same couple of days, right? This will probably be a more fun experience if you just space them out as well. And I personally did have fun, right? This is one of the other things. In Alpha Season 1, I found that some of the gameplay and some of the zones weren't super engaging. Maybe it was because as a non-Alpha Pass owner, I wasn't able to access many of the events and the zones in Season 1. But in Season 2, not only has it looked like they've improved on some of the, fun and exploration and gameplay aspects in terms of polish and everything, but there could be definitely new ways to play with these different zones, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes as these new zones come out. But anyhow, currently one of the largest zones, the only largest zone that is available, in addition to the ones with the 2 quests, again the 2 quests being the gem collection and exploration of the zone, we'll have this the hidden village zone here. Actually has a 11 quests available. So I would say that if you were to choose a zone to get started with right now, I would definitely pick Hidden Village, because 11 quests, many of them can be done really quickly. Basically, as you just walk through the zone, it'll walk you through each step of the quest. Some of the quests work that way. Some others are sort of side quests that can be done simultaneously with the main sort of storyline quest, right? So you're killing multiple birds with one stone. And personally, I was able to complete all 11 quests within I think an hour or so, right? So it was pretty easy and quick, save for one mushroom hunting quest. So there's one quest here that took me quite a long time. I would have been done much faster if it wasn't for that one quest. I spent the last 20 to 30 minutes trying to finish that mushroom searching quest, but here are basically the locations of the 5 mushrooms you need to find for this quest. Just pause the video for each location where I found or have the footage for finding each mushroom. If you still have questions about where to locate each mushroom, I'll be happy to answer your questions below as well in the comment section. And finally, last but not least, here's yet another way that you can earn potentially even more raffle tickets and the season pass, which is by going to the Sandbox's official Twitter page, which I actually recommend following and turning on the notification bell, similar to how you can subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell as well if you like this type of content. But anyhow, what you do, if you do this on their Twitter page, you'll be notified each time they tweet, which means you won't miss out, right, likely on any of their new contest announcements, which happens almost daily, which excluding, I believe, weekends. But anyhow, if we just look at some of the examples, if I scroll down a bit, the previous contest for day 2 was this one, where you basically just go into this zone in the game and just take a screenshot by this character here. So that's one of the contests right here, and you can enter through their link. And if I scroll down further, there's another one where you take another screenshot, in front of their alpha pass, building or structure here, right? So there might be ones of varying difficulties, but so far they've been pretty simple. And in addition to that, sometimes other organizations run their own contests as well, like this Atomic Wallet. They actually are giving away 2,000 sand tokens and 1 alpha pass to people who participate in their survey, right? Quick survey about the Sandbox. So definitely stay tuned to their Twitter page, where they post updates and also these daily contests that give you additional chances. And that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys in today's video. Like the video if you liked it or found it helpful, and consider subscribing to my channel as well. Plus, you can also check out my free YouTube courses and my premium version, which also has 2 free video lessons, and both will be linked in the description box below. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Peace.